Hello, everyone, and welcome to this devotional with Chaplain Dan. It's at least the time I'm coming to you today via Channel 18. It's fall in full bloom, at least Central Texas fall in full bloom. I'm Chaplain Dan Bonner, the chaplain for resident advocacy. And what that means is I'm given an opportunity like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to reflect with you on some of what I hope are very important and useful topics where your faith and the world you live in and the world you know inside of you coincide. Today, I am going to ask a question that for the next 3 devotionals will be the theme. And that question is very direct and simple, but oh so earnestly complex as we live it out. What lies ahead for you? What lies ahead for you? We had a memorial service, the chaplains, the Australia Choir, our administrative head, Mark Linhart, so many voices. Several weeks ago, a memorial service over across the street at Faith Lutheran, and the building was very, very quiet, but comfortably full of family members who came to allow us to do something that is precious, and that is to honor the lives and memories and the love that those family members have for the dozens of residents over the last 6 months who have gone on to the future. The future that by faith, not by sight, is shrouded in believing. Yes, I'm asking you today a question that is fundamental, and in the heart and mind, I'm going to be boastful enough to say to every one of us who are privileged to live here in the Australia community, because of our age, some of us because of physical or emotional challenges we have, others because we realize that many of our close friends over the years are no longer living. Every one of us, in one way or another, ask ourselves, what lies ahead? I want to begin our reflection on this by turning to the Gospel of Matthew. I'm speaking, I'm sure, to residents and staff people who are already familiar with the Christian faith and hold it dear and close. I'm making that assumption today. I hope that others who are not Christian who hear this will at least reflect with us and perhaps want to talk more about it. If you do, you can always give me a call, or you get in touch with me by asking whoever is at the front desk of your building to call Chaplain Dan. I'll be glad to come by. We can talk. But for people of faith, Matthew's message depicting Jesus of Nazareth is familiar to us when it comes to what the future holds. This is from the 11th chapter of Matthew, and I encourage you to have your Bibles there close so you can read it and perhaps even mark it for your future reflection. The 11th chapter, verses 28, 29, and 30. What lies ahead? The people who surrounded Jesus, the crowds by this point in Matthew's account of Jesus' life, the crowds had grown in number. We don't know how many were there, but a number, dozens, hundreds, we might imagine, were following this man from Galilee. Not because he was eloquent, though he was, but because he spoke of a truth and a hope that lies beyond anything that any of them could see, touch, or taste in the world around them. Jesus talked so much about the future hope he offers as the will of his Father Creator. In this text, it's really very, very succinct. Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Let me stop there. Jesus says, I will walk with you. You might call the title of this devotion, A Friend Worth Knowing. It's not just that Jesus says, I will walk with you through your fears today, though he promises that. It's not just that he says, I will walk with you and visit you when you're sick or in hospital or in grief, though he will. What Jesus says here is, I will walk with you. The phrase I like to use from my East Texas preacher history is Jesus will walk with us all the way home. Now I wonder about the metaphor, I always have, take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Learn from me. I, of course, don't know what Jesus is talking about when he says, take my yoke. But I do have a notion I'd like to share with you today. That as this friend worth knowing walks with us through the valleys and the hills and the mountaintops of this phase of our lives. The yoke he gives us is nothing more but, nothing less than him putting his arm around us on our shoulders. And if we are slow of walk, Jesus walks that pace. And if we need to lean because we can no longer trudge the road ourselves, Jesus promises to hold us up. And if we are afraid, now, I suspect in each of our hearts in one way or another, when we think about what lies ahead, there is at least some element of fear in us. We don't know. We see others die. We bury them. Where are they? We spread their ashes across the hill that they loved. But where are they? In that kind of mystery, my brothers and sisters, I want to bear witness today. It is all right. It is all right to lean on your friend Jesus. It is all right to say, I need your arm around me, Jesus, because I'm scared. It is all right to say, there is confusion in my mind. Where are we going? And hear him say, it's all right, Dan. It's all right, I'm here. We're going together. Yeah, I think Jesus' yoke is really an arm around us to guide us, to hold us up when necessary, and to comfort us when needed. The last line of this 3-line passage gives us extraordinary smiles on our faces, I suggest. For my yoke is easy. Easy. You ever go to the doctor's office with a bit or a lot of fear or trepidation because you're not quite sure what he's going to say or what she's going to tell you? Jesus says in response to those fears, my yoke, my arm around you, is easy, my sister. It is easy, my brother. Lean, lean. I'm beside you all the way. The gospel song comes to mind in my heart when I read those hope-filled words about the future. You may know it from the old camp revivals you may have gone to growing up. The chorus, I'm not going to sing it, but I wouldn't flick that on you, but the words, oh, the words, say it for me. Leaning, leaning, leaning on the everlasting arms Oh, I guess I did sing it. Forgive me. God bless you, my friends. It's great to be with you, and I look forward to continuing to discuss next time what lies ahead. God bless you. Have a great day.
Hey, Dan, I'm Kristen Tierney.
Hey, Chris.